So I'm listening to my videos this morning. I'm listening to Billy Ellsbrook. I love Billy Ellsbrook, and I listen to Joe Rogan. I sometimes I agree with him, sometimes I don't. But I like it when he talks about David Goggins, and David Goggins is just like over the top, right? I mean, so I'm looking through Jason Cisneros' Facebook page, and I see this guy Darrell Walker. So Darrell Walker is a Tony Robbins mentorship coach. So I go to a Tony Robbins event. It was like my second one. First one was just video simulcast in San Diego at a theater there in Fashion Valley, and they had you breaking a board. You know, I've been a boxer since I was like 13 years old, and you know, breaking a board wasn't going to be too much of an issue, right? But this one, and this was the one that Oprah went to, and so my girlfriend was just like, loved Oprah, right? And she's like right in line. So we're going there, and they make you pair up with somebody that you know that you didn't come with. So I'm like, where is she? Where is she? I'm worried about her because she's like worried about stuff like flying planes and you know, so she gets scared, spiders, bugs, you know, things like that can freak her out. And so I was worried about her, so I'm focusing on her. Where's she at? Next thing I know, I am standing on fire, and my feet are getting hot. I'm like, whoa, I gotta go. And so I walk across the fire, right? And she's like so excited because she was like right behind Oprah, and she got to see Oprah stall. She got to see Oprah hesitate, right? And she's like, I ain't, you know, she's all excited, right? So I sign up for this mentorship. This guy Darrell Walker, and he's a martial artist, and so at this time I'm 48 years old, and I was running about 1.5 miles a day, and I was doing 3 sets of 50 pull-ups a day. I'm thinking I'm doing something. And he tells me that I'm not pushing myself enough. And it kind of bent my brain, you know. and I had to go all out. All right. Okay. So that has been ringing. That rings in my ears all the time. Okay. Roy Jones Sr. used to tell me that I needed someone like him to train me because I could push myself further than most people. I could push myself further than most people could be pushed. So he needed someone like me to get me, you know, to my full potential, right? And then, of course, this guy, Darrell Walker, says the same thing. And then I end up hurting myself. I dislocated my shoulder. You know, so my mind's going, okay, you can't overdo it, right? And then, but then I'm running, and then I get jacked up. I'll go for a run. It's really hot. I'm blaming it on the heat up in Dallas, and my hands got puffy, and my feet got puffy, and my knees started bothering me. So I'm just walking, and I get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm kind of thinking I'm done. And then Al Clark died. Van Hall called me up, and it was the same message. You were meant to be active, you know, and it's like really in my dish, right? So I got going, right? So now I just did like 3 sets of 15 pull-ups today, and I'm gonna run 12 miles today, and you know, but then I'm listening to David Goggins, and you know. They're just telling me, you know, I'm just scratching the surface. Okay, so where is it? Where is it too much? Where is it, you know, that right level? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I figured out. Here is what I figured out. You can do way more, but you got to have it all together. You got to eat right. You got to get enough sleep. You got to stretch. You got to you got to maintain, and and nutrition's a big thing, huge thing. Eating the right food, okay, the right amount of food. Cut out the sugar and the salt, or the sodium, and that's not been the hardest thing during this holiday season, man. Every time you go somewhere, people got food that ain't good for you. It's free, they give it to you, right? But it ain't good for you. And I feel my body is so sensitive that I can tell in a minute if I've had the wrong. I'll wake up the next morning and I can tell I had something. I had a drink that had sugar in it, or I ate something that had too much sodium in it. And I'll feel the puffiness, the inflammation in my hands like right away, right? And one of the best things I could have done was get affiliated with Rupert's Grocery and go to his classes. And he's over the top. He's over the top too, right? Even though he smokes, he's like, yeah, drink this smoothie, then you can eat all this other crap and you're good, right? Well, okay, I think the smoothie's good, and I think the smoothie's good, even better if you don't eat all the other crap, right? But the big thing is the right things in your diet, right? The right food, right? Jason Cisneros, and this is this thing of feeding 1 billion people, right? Well, we got issues with our food in this country. Our nutrient content in our food is dropped. You got to like 80% in the last 60 years. You got to eat 8 times as much produce now to get the same nutrient content you did 60 years ago. And it's because we're using these chemical fertilizers that pull the nutrients out of the soil and out of our plants. And then, so now you got to buy more, right? And now there's an answer to it. There's a solution to it, and it's natural, right? And it's just amazing how I even end up knowing this. Going to somebody's house thinking I'm going to either refinance his house,